This is Darkside Thrillers, your weekly turn on and tune in to serialized fiction, taking you into those bone-chilling moments when humanity twists beyond the point of no return. Who hasn't taken a shortcut down a back alley you thought you'd survive? But then, there's that noise of rustling leaves, that smell of someone lingering near. And you just know. I am your host, Elijah Summerfield, welcoming you to Darkside Thrillers, Season 1. It begins with Kept, an 8-week serialized thriller by Wodahl. You get hooked into the lives of 3 sociopaths, one who kills, one who hunts for truth, and one who will kill to hide it. Among bones and trophies under a cathedral, there's a kept secret with an appetite to hunt. Adult content. Audience discretion advised.
In last week's episode, Kenzie Pratt fearlessly confronted Professor Nubold with her conspiracy theory, with guilt written all over it. Defending himself, he threatened her, even though he shifted the evidence to an unsuspecting person of interest. Episode 6. The Arrest. The interrogation room was moderately lit, quiet, and clean. Jack and Ellie sat at one side of the table, and opposite them were Grant Pauli and his lawyer, Sheila Maller. Jack had glasses of water placed beside them, and was surprised at how well-groomed Pauli was and how calm he presented himself. When the video recording started, Jack initiated the interrogation.
For the record, it is Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. I am Detective Chisholm. Here with me is Detective Ellie Titus. We're here to interrogate Mr. Grant Pauli on suspicion of kidnapping and the disappearance of 12-year-old Max Shelton of Waverly. Present with Mr. Pauli is his attorney, Ms. Sheila Maller. Please state your name and address for the record.
He turned to Pauli. Pauli spoke quietly and confidently.
Grant Pauli. I live at 22 Geneva Street, Waverly, Ontario.
As your attorney has instructed, you do not have to answer our questions. But we are here to determine if further detention is warranted and if charges will be laid. We are here to listen to your story without prejudice or judgment. Do you understand, Mr. Pauli?
Yes.
Please tell us if you need more water.
Thank you.
Then let's start. Your backyard leads to Lake Waverly, is that correct?
Yes.
Grant thought about how perfect the property was, with neighbors who were distanced along this quaint street, more like a cottage community than an urban one. He was an avid birder and had identified birds he had never seen before in Ontario. When he painstakingly photographed them and sent them to the Ontario Field Ornithological Community, they were thankful for his contribution and identified several not usually seen in southwestern Ontario, like the Bohemian waxwing and the evening grosbeak. Many of his works were featured in birding magazines, and one received a photography award. The lake had been his sanctuary. He had seen the boys, but never lingered.
Over the past years, at any time, have you watched Max Shelton and his friends playing by the lake?
Never.
Jack produced the photo of the lake with the boys in the far distance skipping stones.
Let the record identify this photo as one removed from Mr. Pauli's home and brought into evidence.
He turned it toward Pauli and his attorney.
Mr. Pauli, Did you take this photo?
Yes, I had sighted a bird. I'm a birder. I sighted him in the tree at the end of my backyard. When I took this photo, I was on my deck aiming at the tree. I never saw what was at the other side of the lake. If you look closely, you'll see the head of an American goldfinch, which I didn't know at the time.
And how is it you now know about this bird, Mr. Pauli?
Because I sent the file into the OFO and they identified it.
Do you have files to corroborate this?
Yes, they're on my laptop, which you have.
Ellie tried to remain calm, indifferent, but stared into his eyes accusingly. Grant had nothing to hide. It hadn't been easy. Prison time, release, rehab, self-loathing, self-doubt, drug trials, self-injury, more drug trials, a suicide attempt. But he was the exception. He was the one who would never offend again. All odds said otherwise, but he knew his own trinity had healed.
Mr. Pauli, please state what drugs you are taking to control your condition.
I take medroxyprogesterone acetate, or MPA.
Have you ever stopped taking it?
No. Once they determined this particular testosterone-suppressing drug had no negative side effects on me, I've taken it faithfully.
Mr. Pauli, where were you on Friday, June 21st, 2024?
I was at a hospital fundraiser until 10, then went home. I remained there the rest of the night. I never went out.
You say you never went out. Then how did Mac Shelton's blue sweatshirt turn up in the garbage can in the rear shed of your home?
Jack produced photos of the shed, the can, and the hoodie.
I have no idea, and that's the truth. I'm truly shocked. I have nothing to hide.
His eyes moistened. His voice quivered. Pauli's attorney reminded him he didn't have to answer.
I have no idea how it got on my property. My shed door is always unlocked. I have a new life thanks to the support of many. I know the odds of rehabilitation are against offenders, but I beat those odds. No one works harder or cares more for their community than I do.
Jack gathered the photos and placed them in a folder.
All of these will be in the disclosure and on your desk next week, Attorney Maller.
He looked at Pauli and was moved by how this man seemed truly broken by this tragedy.
Officers are examining your computer and phone and will conduct interviews with friends and colleagues. The forensic team is testing the sweatshirt. When you leave here, they will take DNA samples from you. I'll have the forensics report tomorrow. If there is a positive match, you will be charged. For your own safety, we are detaining you for 3 days.
Jack stopped. He didn't end the meeting. Pauli sat patiently.
Mr. Pauli, is there anyone who would want to incriminate you? Someone who would want us to put you away?
If there were, and I can't think of anyone, how did I put my life together so well? How did I do that, Detective Chisholm, if I had enemies?
Certain files state, Mr. Pauli, you had a difficult time after your release from prison and that you tried to commit suicide. Is that correct?
Yes. No one could possibly feel that painful, relentless remorse I felt. I didn't want to live anymore.
Are you sure there wasn't someone who wanted to see you suffer? Who knew about your past?
I suppose many knew, but no one ever threatened me.
Who helped you when you were discharged from the hospital? A minister or a doctor?
After I was discharged, I was referred to a therapy group that helped deal with near-death trauma.
Who was the therapist?
Dr. Michael Nubold. He teaches at Thames U.
How did that go?
He never judged me. He showed me alternatives and worked hard to get me where I am now. He saved me.
What about inmates who are now out?
No one.
Mr. Pauli, one last question. Do you have any knowledge of the whereabouts of 12-year-old Mac Shelton?
Grant shook his head.
I do not.
Ellie moved closer to him and stared deeply into his eyes. Kathy Shelton slept with abrupt, erratic awakenings and was emotionally unprepared for Jack's update. When he decided to speak with her in person, she paced, then looked out the sliding patio doors to the woods beyond, then paced again. Her abnormal, high-pitched voice was loud and demanding.
I want to talk with this man you arrested.
Jack and Ellie sat calmly. Ellie let Jack handle the update.
I understand why you want to, Miss Shelton, but it's impossible. Only Pauli's lawyer is permitted to see him.
Why hasn't he been charged? You arrested him, so why haven't you charged him? You're not doing your job.
Why can't you get him to talk? Why? Maybe I'll be able to get him to tell us where he's taken Mac.
I want to talk with him.
Her voice cracked with helplessness.
Ms. Shelton, Mr. Pauli is being very cooperative, but he denied any knowledge or involvement in your son's disappearance.
She sat down across from them.
Of course he's going to say that. He's lying. Jesus Christ. You found Mac's sweatshirt in his house.
Not in his house, but in the back shed that was unlocked. Anyone could have gotten in and put it there.
And Mr. Pauli was at a hospital fundraiser until 10, then went home.
That was still early when he went home. There was a lot of time to get across the lake. It was still early. Didn't the police academy teach you how to tell time?
She didn't apologize. Ellie glanced at Jack and stepped in.
His alibi checked out. He ordered a pizza at midnight and stayed in to eat it. It doesn't add up that he would leave his home after an important night like the fundraiser, where Mr. Pauli was handed a community donation of $100,000 for the hospital. Your son's disappearance doesn't fit his present profile.
He could have gone there any time during the night. He lives on the other side of the lake, for Christ's sake. He has urges. He's probably been watching the boys for a while now. They're always playing down there. The whole hospital thing is probably a cover. Why not plan to hurt a kid when everyone feels it doesn't follow a fucking profile? He's lying.
Miss Shelton, we have to wait for a DNA match. We are holding him for 3 days until we get the report, and if there is a match, he will be charged. One thing you should know is he's asked for a polygraph.
Tears flooded Kathy's eyes.
If he passes it and he's released, why did he have Mac's shirt? I want it. I need to have it. I need to hold it. Please.
She couldn't believe it. She stood up and turned away.
I want you to go. Leave.
She rushed out of the room. They let themselves out. They sat in their car and talked about the interrogation.
What do you think about Pauli?
It's not adding up, is it? Why wouldn't Pauli lock the shed door if he threw the hoodie in the garbage can? Why would he leave the door unlocked?
If it wasn't Pauli, then why wouldn't the perp just burn it?
Think about it. If someone planted it with Pauli's DNA on it, then Pauli is put away and the case is closed. The real perp goes free. If they burned it instead, the evidence is gone, but the case is still opened, and we'd still be looking. The perp wouldn't risk it.
They drove back to the department, feeling both Kathy's anger and grief, and Pauli's fear and hopelessness. Kenzie's bedroom was the flip side of her life, a landfill of physical memories and natural light, filled with warmth. She lay on the floor, her feet elevated on top of her butterfly duvet. Sunlight cascaded through 2 stained glass windows on either side of the fireplace and fell on her anemic skin and closed eyes that were bordered with gray and blue circles of fatigue. She pulled herself up and sat against the side of her bed, placing her notebook onto her outstretched legs. Her search led her to a lengthy article on the Nubold family empire and their 2011 tragedy. She read it.
All right, fucker. What's your twisted history? Pharma exec and wife die in fire. On December 24th at 1 a.m., pharmaceutical magnate Theodore Nubold and wife Christina died in a fire that destroyed their Brazilian estate. Surviving heir, Michael, suffered non-threatening injuries. Unofficially, forensics speculated a Christmas tree caught fire, but the investigation is ongoing. The Nubold heir's estimated inheritance is $500 million, which Nubold says he'll use to aid his parents' medical pioneering. Aren't you just the sweetest guardian angel?
She logged off, found jeans, a jacket, and ball cap, and decided to check out Michael's other life as a philanthropic university professor. She was fascinated about how he marked his territories. Michael turned off the lecture screen as students filed out. Charisse waited for everyone to leave before she moved close and wrapped her arms around his neck.
I can't help myself. I love being around you and the way you touch me. Take care of me the way you do.
She kissed him and smiled, then wiped gloss off his mouth.
Oh, I almost forgot. I think I lost one of my diamond earrings in your bed.
Kenzie quietly entered the darkened lecture hall when students were filing out and slouched in a chair near the back exit. She sat low, unable to hear what the woman was saying, but cautiously caught a glimpse of her, her sallow skin and silky shirt moving into Michael, her hand hooked around his neck.
I'll have a look. I washed the sheets. It might still be in the dryer.
Before my grandmother passed, she restyled a diamond wedding ring into my earrings. They mean so much to me.
Come over tonight. We'll look together.
Sensing their little moment was ending, Kenzie slipped into the corridor and turned away from the rear door as the couple left. She followed. She had parked on the street across from the lot where Michael had parked. She kept her distance, then parked when Michael stopped ahead of her at a cafe. She watched him and the woman enter, then leave minutes later, each carrying a coffee. Kenzie put her shades on, and before they parted, Michael gave the woman a bite of a cookie he bought for himself, then kissed her goodbye. Kenzie thought how unenlightened the unsuspecting woman was about Michael. You have no idea who you're fucking, little girl. I plan to educate you. They parted, and Kenzie followed the woman who walked slowly away, turning back twice to wave goodbye. Kenzie inched forward while a testy driver behind her honked their horn. She pulled over when the woman stopped in front of a townhome, walked up to the front door, took mail out of the mailbox, and went in. Knowing this was not the moment to intercept this woman, Kenzie grabbed her phone and took a pic of the address, then went home, knowing she'd tail the woman again, and stopped to chat at the first opportunity. At home, Kenzie got comfortable and strategized about next steps. When she opened her notebook, she saw a video posted on Facebook about a local man, Grant Pauli, a convicted pedophile, being arrested and detained by the Waverly police for Mac's disappearance. Suddenly, she felt faint, knowing an innocent man was suffering. Both Jack and Ellie sat patiently at their desks, waiting for the forensics report. Ellie printed it up, read it, and handed it to Jack.
I knew the hoodie was washed. That's weird, right? But they found an earring in the front pocket and a strand of red hair lodged in one of the sleeves. The strand of hair had no hair follicle, no DNA.
What? No hair follicle. A wig. A red wig. It says they also found a strand of black hair that matches other hair samples throughout Pauli's house. So apparently, we have a match. Call Pauli's lawyer. Tell her we're sending the report, but we're not charging him just yet. Also, I need you to speak with forensics to see what they know about the red strand.
Tell me again why we're not charging him? His hair was in the shirt. It's a match, even though we thought something was off. It's a match, Jack.
What about the red strand in the earring? Something's not right. And I want the results from the polygraph. Is that asking too much, partner?
It's so like you. You fuck around and fuck around. We need to find Mac. We need to put pressure on Pauli.
She rushed away, frustrated at his out-of-control caution.
Ellie, don't forget the wig. Touch base with some boutiques.
She left without acknowledging his request, and Jack couldn't shake the aura of innocence surrounding Grant Pauli, and the evidence falling into place like a hole-in-one. This ends episode 6. Sound and voice design by Darkside Thrillers. Ambient music by Richard Moore. Sound recording by Mike Donaldson. A special thanks to talented Pixabay artists. In next week's episode, Kenzie's appetite for justice takes her inside Charisse and Michael's love life, while startling evidence surfaces in forensics reports. And Kenzie can't escape a video call from family, a rare bonding moment. Kept is a serialized novel by Wodahl, available in all stores.